Sure was nice to see the ball go in the basket tonight. I thought that tonight showed our willingness to pass and share. But the difference is we've been doing that a lot this year, but on the back end of that, the shots haven't been going in. But tonight, the kids stepped up, shot the ball with confidence, and I think each ball that went in just gave them more confidence. And that's what we've been preaching all week is just belief. You know, we have a circle, and we're in this circle, and everybody in this circle is responsible for themselves and each other. And good or bad or ugly, we're going to fight in that circle. And I was just so proud of the kids, and it was so great to see smiles on their faces tonight and them really enjoying playing the game of basketball.
They seemed locked in from the get-go, so what was kind of the feelings going into this game?
Well, we just talked about the necessity of urgency. I mean, we had to be urgent from the beginning. We had to make sure that we were locked in and do the things that we needed to do. And, I mean, that's the reason I called the timeout early in the fourth quarter is because we weren't locked in. And I said, you guys have got to realize we're not just playing for right now. We've got to continue to be able to stay locked in the entire time, regardless of what the scoreboard said. But I felt like tonight we did a really good job of stringing together runs and also kills, 2 and 3 possessions where they didn't score and we came down and we scored. We still had a few lulls offensively at times, but for the most part we were able to overcome that by either getting to the foul line, making an extra pass, making a big shot.
What was the celebration like in the locker room?
Well, I just want them to understand that it doesn't matter who our opponent is. We win a basketball game, we're going to celebrate that. The gloom and doom of losses is one thing. You got to understand how to lose, but you also got to understand how to win. And so it was just a matter of trying to make them understand that it's okay to be excited. It's okay to celebrate victory. And so we just kind of, the coaching staff just threw a little bit of water at them. It was good.
I know Tennessee State's going through their own struggles for a myriad of reasons, but last year in this particular situation, that was a tough loss for this team. What was the difference tonight, and how did you guys execute in a needed moment?
Right. I just think at this point the chemistry and the love for each other is just growing. Again, you have to have people in your circle that are not only in it for you, but they're in it with you, and that they understand and they take on that, and that sometimes you have to be able to go through things to get to certain places. And this team's been through a lot. And I think that it's made them closer and it has pulled them together to understand that this is what we got and this is what we're going with. And so, hopefully in this stretch we can continue to work and we can continue to grow together chemistry-wise and, claw our way back into this. I mean, that's the whole purpose of these last 10 games is for us to claw ourselves back in it, make ourselves respectable, and put ourselves in the tournament because anything can happen.
This is one of the better games I think I've seen Macy Gibson get around the floor per se. How close do you think she's back to 100%?
Yeah, I said this before. I don't think she'll be back till she gets the brace off because it does hinder mobility, especially laterally. But, she was able to do some things tonight that we know she was able to do. I mean, she can obviously stretch the defense, but I thought she was more physical on the inside. She got some rebounds for us. So, just, again, freshmen, sophomores mostly, junior, just continuing to grow and get better every day. And as a coach, regardless, wins or losses, because of the way they come and they work and they fight and the way they conduct themselves on and off the court, I'm always going to be proud of them.
It's not every day you get 2 players with 10 assists. You essentially have a 2-point guard setup now with Burbo out there. Is that kind of the way you want to proceed?
Yeah, it's something that we've been looking at because, sometimes Macy's easy to find when she's at the head of the offense. And so being able to run her off some screens, get her off some different actions, sometimes I think that helps us loosen things up. And Alexis is getting more comfortable in that situation. And, the rise of her game has been one of the bright spots of this season to see her take it to the next level. Because we know going forward with this majority of these kids being freshmen and sophomores, they continue to raise their game. A couple more recruiting classes, we're going to be talking about some different things real soon.
When we talked to her just a minute ago, she said she didn't have enough rebounds. So what does that kind of tell you just about the kind of kid that she is?
That's just who she is. That's who she is. I mean, at least twice during a game, it doesn't matter if we're up or down, she come to me and say, what else do you need me to do? What do I need to do? Tell me what to do. And that's just who she is. She's a pleaser. She's going to go out. She's going to give you everything she's got. She's not going to be the most talented kid on the floor, but she's going to be the kid with the biggest heart. And so that that's just who she is. But the ability for Macy and her to see the floor as they do, pass the ball, and get everybody involved, I thought was really big tonight.
Alexis might struggle in explaining why she's good at basketball. reasons I'm sure she's working on. But she makes a three-pointer. She gets 5 rebounds. She has 10 assists, 1 turnover. Again, I understand it's Tennessee State, but she is continuing to put these box scores together against good teams in the Ohio Valley Conference. What is she doing in the background that's improving her game?
Well, I think a lot of it is belief, and a lot of us is breathing that belief into her. I mean, she is a kid that needs confidence. She is a kid that needs to know that we believe in her and that she has the green light to go do the things that we know she can do. And I don't remember, it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, somebody said, you know, she's putting up some OVC-type numbers, you know, OVC postseason numbers, and I said she's got to get consistent. 1 or 2 games does not make you a member of the OVC team. But she is consistently putting together those numbers and quietly having a pretty good season. And I think it's been overlooked a little bit and overshadowed by the fact that we haven't won nearly as many games as we'd like to, but it hasn't been overlooked by me.
She's slashing to the basket.
Yeah.
Say,
Yeah, I mean,
y'all asking her to do it, or she
yeah, I mean, you know, we've got some stuff set up to where, you know, we're running her, you know, into different spots and those type of things, and we're trying to get more action. I think our offense has been kind of stagnant at times, and it's been like one pass stand and what's happening next. So we got a lot more motion going in our offense, and it gives the ability for players to make plays. I mean, you know, Ron Green told me one time, Coach, you can sit in your office and draw up all the tricky plays you got, but they're not going to work if you don't have tricky players. And that's true. I mean, our kids on our team made plays tonight. It wasn't anything different that I did. They just went out and made plays and made shots.
Lauren gets the basket and then has the save to Jatorian, and the bench goes nuts. What's it like getting to see those two, because they work just as hard as everybody?
They do, and it's great, but you see the respect that our team has for them when you see them do something and the kids jump up and celebrate like they had just won the game. But that just goes to show that, again, I think you're starting to see things that maybe you wouldn't have seen a couple weeks ago chemistry-wise. We're really starting to come together. They're for each other. Right now, everybody's in that circle, and that's where we got to stay.
I know you don't take any opponents lightly, but was it kind of a breathing of a sigh of relief knowing that it's not a Belmont, it's not a UT Martin that you were playing today?
Absolutely not. I'm being serious. I mean, at this point, we have no margin of error. I watched this was my scout. I watched every game they had played this year. I watched every out-of-bounds play that they ran this year. I watched every defensive play out of bounds. We put in specific out of bounds plays for tonight. I mean, I went more in depth with this scout than maybe I've gone all year. So to answer your question, no, we did not take them lightly. We went in and said, these are the things that we have to do to win this game. And so I probably over-scouted, to be honest, but it worked. So we'll do it again.
Overall, just how important is this win for the teams, like morale going forward in the next 10 games?
Well, again, saw smiles on the court tonight, saw people enjoying playing the game of basketball, and ultimately that's what it's about. And there's a lot of things in this world going on that are a lot bigger than wins and losses. But to see them happy and to see them smile and seeing enjoying it and being able to celebrate with them after the game, that's everything. And that's what it's about. But we got a lot of work to do. We're going to go back to work because we want to plan on celebrating a little bit more this year.